Well, the Bills head into the bye week 4-1 with a win against the Titans, 14-7. Now, Fred, it was a little slow to start the game, but the Bills got in the end zone when they needed to. What won the day for the Bills today?
I think just persistence. Going into this game, you had to know it was going to be a defensive battle. You know, two great defenses going at it, and you wanted to stick to the game plan. You know, feed Frank whenever you could, get the ball in TJ's hands, get it into your playmaker's hands at receiver, and eventually you'll get in the end zone, and that's what they were able to do today.
Many bright spots in today's game, but we're going to send it over to Sean McDermott. He's at the podium with his thoughts after today's win.
All right, guys. I thought it was a great win. I want to open up by thanking the fans. What a fan following down here, man. Unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen it like that at an away game. Fans, great job. We pulled in on the buses, and I looked to my left and a couple parking lots from here, and it was all Bills fans. It was awesome, just awesome. So really appreciate that. The players felt it. The staff felt it. Good to get a win on the road. A lot of guys stepped up. We had some guys go down. A lot of guys were prepared, stepped in, and did a good job. You know, a good team win. All three phases contributed. So with that, we'll open up to your questions.
Sean, is there something you can take from that? Just what your team. This was one of those endurance games that looked like all the way through, both sides. Do you come away with just a sense of maybe a little more of what your team is about, and how proud you are of them now at 4-1, but under the circumstances of winning a game like this?
Yeah, it's tough to win, right? You know, we talk about that all the time, Vic. You know it. You've been around this league a long time. It's tough to win. It's tough to win on the road in the AFC against a good football team. This is a real balanced football team that probably was a whisker away from being 3-1. And to come down here, and we knew it was going to be close. We knew we expected this type of game. And the focus that our players had, I mean, it was sandwiched in between an emotional game last week and the bye. And so I thought the mental discipline, the focus, the energy that our players had all the way through the week and then the game, we knew it was going to be a four-quarter game or more, and we executed at a high level when we needed to.
The pass rush today, particularly first half, third downs, like you guys were getting home today. Did you guys see something, dial something up that just kept working? Or?
No, just good preparation, really. The guys understood the game plan that Leslie and the staff put together. A good game plan, and then we had to make some adjustments in the second half. And so the guys just kept staying in there. They just kept playing real ball, as Frank Gore calls it. Just keep playing real ball. And so they executed, and we got the win.
You talk about outside of a one bad throw, Sean, it looked like Josh played a much better, well, obviously he played a much better game than he did certainly last week. Just give us your quick impressions of how he played.
Yeah, I'd echo what you said. Sal, he had the one throw, can't do that, bad decision. But again, what I saw him move the football team on the ground, in the air. And then I thought our 4-minute offense down the stretch with the offensive line, leading the way for Frank and TJ, just gritty, tough football. And then Josh on the last play, being real smart football play right there.
Was it not a normal preparation week for him, just given the concussion protocol, but beyond what we can't see all week? Was it a regular week of prep for him as a starter, or different?
Yeah, I mean, outside of being in the protocol, I'd say a regular week.
Coach, just with respect to Duke, the decision to bring him up, a lot of times guy gets elevated. He's not a prominent part of the offensive game plan. So can you just kind of take us through the decision to elevate him and then make him a part of the game plan, and then the way you came through?
Yeah, he did a good job. I mean, he did a good job. I'm sure there's some plays like the rest of us he'd like to have back, and he'll learn from it. It's one game at a time. I loved his juice. I love the toughness he brings. And he's earned it, right? The way he practiced, his behavior in terms of his habits, one practice to another, all the way through the first 4 weeks leading us up to this week. He made plays in practice and in the one-on-ones, and so he earned it. And so it's one game, so we'll just take it one game at a time, and it's important that he continues to improve.
Sean, speaking of Duke, what specifically were you looking for out of him in these past 4 weeks of practice?
What was I looking for?
In order to, for him to prove that it was time to call him up.
Yeah, well, he makes plays. He makes plays in practice, and when you can make plays in practice consistently, making plays. So, let's manage expectations, right? He's a young player, and I thought he gave us something today. We'll see what happens as we continue to move forward.
Coach, how thankful are you that the bye week is coming up here in light of all the guys that kind of went down?
Yeah, very thankful. What a blessing that is. A blessing to win. Give all the honor and glory to God. Blessing to be in this locker room with these men and women. Blessing to be going home, and really a blessing to have the following of our fans here. I mean, that was incredible.
Sean, just jumping in here, but as for a defensive effort like that, you protect the football, but for the one interception, does that speak to maybe, I don't know if you call it a template, but an example of how to grind out a win against?
Yeah, I mean, we knew, like I said, we knew it was going to be this. We thought it was going to be. We expected a close game. We expected maybe some weather. We practiced in the rain this week because of it. We did some wet ball drills because of it. So we felt like we were prepared for any of the elements that we would see. Although it didn't really show up, we had a little bit of drizzle. But we expected a physical. Coach Vrabel does a great job. They're a balanced football team, all three phases. I mean, they've got a great punting game. They've got a great return game. I thought our special teams did a real nice job today, changing the game a little bit there, changing field position. Bojo did a really good job. Some key punts, again, changing field position. So we still have room to grow. We've got game what now, 5. So I take them one at a time.
Sean, any thought on your part? It's a win, obviously, but a little bit of luck involved. They missed 4 field goals. They had 2 touchdowns, now 5 by penalty. I know it's not all luck, but whatever. Do you feel a little bit fortunate that some of these breaks did go your way?
Yeah, one of my great mentors, Jim Johnson, the late great Jim Johnson, always said you need some luck, and he was right. So we'll take it when we get it. All right,
Bring Josh down here.
Coach McDermott happy with the team's performance, but obviously he sees some things the team can work on. And this team looked like a better team from last week against the Patriots. The defense played so strong against the Patriots. They continued that against the Titans today. The offense looked like they were able to fix some things. Josh Allen looked smarter in his decision-making today. Would you say that as well?
Yeah, I think obviously there's things that you can improve on going into week to week. You'll go in, you'll see film. There's things you want to improve on. But I think they did a lot of cleaning up this past week at certain situations. Let's make different decisions, and he was able to do that today.
Josh Allen is at the podium now. Let's hear what he has to say after the win.
How's it going, everybody?
So, Josh, obviously quite a difference from a week ago. We didn't get a chance to talk to you about that, but the contrast in the games, in your mind, what did last week carry for you into this week in terms of just changes and such?
Yeah, well, last week taught me a lot of lessons. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I didn't play good last week. Put the ball in harm's way too many times, but I think it was one of those games where it's almost needed. I learned a lot from it. Was able to go out there, and I think you take away one throw, one stupid decision by me. I think that was the best overall game I've played so far. So there's progress there. Trusting the 5 guys in front of me, trusting the receivers to go get open. Felt comfortable in the pocket today, and our defense again played outstanding. That's something that we know that they're going to do week in and week out. So there's a stat that's as a quarterback, I'm 8-1 with 1 or less turnovers. So understanding that, playing complementary football is what we need to do and continue to improve on that.
Does that accentuate the point? Because, their points come off of the one interception,
yeah, absolutely.
The way your defense is playing.
Absolutely. And, it's hard for teams to really drive on our defense. So anytime you give them short field or an opportunity like that, teams usually find a way to take advantage. Kind of one of my old coaches in baseball said, you walk the first guy in the inning, he's going to score. So that's kind of what I kind of equate that to. But we got to be better down there. Myself especially. I'm the guy that takes care of the football. So when it's third down or second down, even first down, I got to understand that the smart play is the best play.
Josh, just with respect to Duke, it's not often that a guy gets elevated to the active roster and then is a big part of the game plan.
Mm-hmm.
How did he kind of handle the week? How did you interact with him to kind of keep him confident going into today and delivering?
He handled it the way he handles every day. He goes and attacks it. He's one of those guys that you love to have on your team. The way he approaches the game, the way he approaches practice, the way he approaches life. He's got a really cool story, and I think a lot of guys appreciate what he's done for us. Not even being on the active, but on the practice squad and the juice that he gives us. And then you see today, he gets an opportunity and he makes the most of it.
Why did you feel it appropriate to hand him the ball at the end of the game?
Just from what he's been through. Like I said, his story is pretty awesome. for him to play in his first NFL game and play the way he did and make a crucial catch, down the touchdown there. And I just wanted to let him know I appreciate him.
Was that perfect execution there? Because you guys got play action on you're running play action. You got both those linebackers to bite, and it looked like Duke widened that guy ever so.
Yeah.
Did you just kind of fall into place, or?
Yeah. He ran a good route, and I saw what I needed to see, and just gave him a catchable ball.
Besides the label of concussion protocol, which you wore until officially, I guess, till Saturday, what was this week like leading up to this game? Was there any other difference as a result of that? As far as how you practice, what was that?
Well, your routine changes quite a bit, just as far as like seeing doctors, traveling to go see different people, and making sure that you're good to go. So there's times where I'm usually watching film where that time might be taken away because I'm traveling to go see somebody. But like I said, I trust the guys in my quarterback room, trust our coaching staff. Coach Dable put together a really great plan. Our coaches did a good job of relaying that to everybody. And, I took a lot of notes with Matt and with Davis. They helped me out a bunch this week, and, I wouldn't want any other guys in there.
When you sprinted off the field last week afterward, it just sounded like, I'll be right back.
That's what I wanted, yeah.
And then in the locker room after the game, your body language and actions spoke to that, even though you weren't talking to media. So were you always confident that you weren't going to miss this game?
Yeah, I was.
Josh, just with what coaches tried to have this team embody in terms of physical and mental toughness, still you need games to truly prove your identity. Was this kind of one of those? It was like a rock fight where two guys standing 5 feet away from each other, just hurling rock at each other.
Yeah.
When you pull out a game like this against a team that's that tough, and you guys are the last one standing, what does it say about your identity as a team?
Yeah, well, that's a really good team we just played. On offense, they're able to move the ball, and they don't turn the ball over. So we understood that it was going to be a field position game, and that's why that one turnover was very crucial on my part. Gave them an opportunity to go and put a touchdown on the board. But we understood that going into this, it was going to be a 60-minute fight, and we just kind of stuck with it. Our defense gave us a bunch of chances, and luckily we made some plays when it counted.
What about the value of that win coming off a tough loss to New England, Josh? And obviously AFC win, that sort of thing, going into a bye.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of shows how resilient we are as a team. Tough week, as far as what the media wanted to say about last week's game, but we keep everything in-house. We know what we need to do, try to win each week, and we attack each day, and we trust the process, like Coach McDermott always says to us. So we trust in the plan that he's, set forth in front of us, and we're just going to try to attack that each and every day.
Well, thanks,
hey, guys.
Thank you.
Josh Allen was in concussion protocol all week. He cleared concussion protocol on Saturday, was ready for the game, got the start on Sunday. We heard him talk about in that press conference that his week was a little bit different because he was seeing doctors, traveling, so maybe not as much time spent film studying. What does that say about a quarterback who is able to maybe not watch as much film, not prepare as much as he's used to, go up against a really good defense in the Titans that averages giving up 15.5 points per game and still get a win?
Yeah, I think he hit on it, a lot. He said he trusts his teammates, he trusts his coaches. When you're not able to put in the time like that, the guys you lean on are your teammates, your coaches, what it is that you're supposed to be expecting in certain situations, and I think that's exactly what he did. He would come straight to the sideline, he'd go talk to his quarterbacks, he'd go talk to his coach. What is it that I should be doing? And as long as you got those guys you can lean on like that, it makes transitioning from that concussion protocol to the game on Sunday a lot easier for you.
And it's not like this game was any easier for Josh Allen. We saw Cody Ford go down. We saw another offensive lineman go down. So you have Ryan Bates and you have Spencer Long and you have a new wide receiver in Duke Williams, and all of those play a big part. So to see that he's able to have chemistry with offensive linemen he's not used to lining up with, to have a new wide receiver in the fold in Duke Williams and see production out of all of this, this says that this team's chemistry-wise is pretty great, even though you have guys who aren't used to being in the fold.
Yeah, and that's just the next man up mentality, and that's a great mentality for these guys to have because it's going to take all of them to win football games, and they know that, and that's what they're preparing for every week. Each week you see guys preparing as if they are the starter because you never know when you're going to get your chance to play, and you're one injury away from being out there on the field, and that's, you got to tip your hat to those guys for being ready and being able to step up in those positions.
Well, let's go back to the highlights and see what got the Bills the win today. Lots of Bills fans making the trip to Nashville after a scoreless first quarter. Josh Allen floats it to a wide open tight end. That's Lee Smith for the touchdown and a 7-0 lead late in the second quarter. We head to the third quarter. Josh Allen back to throw. He is going to be picked off on this play by Kevin Byard. That would set up a 1-yard touchdown to tie it at 7 here. And that is by Derrick Henry, nonetheless. Cairo Santos misses his third field goal of the game. This one from 33 yards out. The game stays tied early into the fourth quarter. Josh Allen with a 7-yard touchdown to Duke Williams. The Bills take the lead 14-7 at this point. And then it's Josh Allen here on the scramble play. 3rd and 3. He gets 5 yards for the first down. That'll help run out the clock, and the Bills get the win 14-7. Let's go into the locker room and hear what Coach McDermott had to say to his team.
Hey, what the best part is right there, man. The best part is you guys right here, man. Great job. Hey, guys playing hurt, guys going down, guys stepping up, being prepared, ready to execute. That's the way to grind out a win, man.
Yes, sir.
Football team right here.
Yep.
5 sacks, 8 quarterback hits. Let's talk about this defense. They put pressure on Marcus Mariota. He wasn't sacked at all against Atlanta when they got the win last week. You have Taylor Lewan, their left tackle, who's in the game for the first time this season, and this defensive line is still able to put pressure on a talented quarterback in Marcus Mariota. Darrell Johnson even got a sack. Jordan Phillips has 3 sacks. The pass rush, the rush defense, how good can this defense get? Can it get even better?
Yeah, you know what? They keep improving every week, and they different tests. Last week it's Tom Brady, a guy who's just going to stand in the pocket and throw the ball down the field. They come into this week against a guy like Marcus Mariota who has scrambling ability and can make anybody miss in the open field, and they get more sacks on him. So this defense is just going to continue to get better. McDermott and Leslie Frazier are doing a tremendous job setting these guys up week in and week out, giving them a tremendous game plan going into each week, and they're going out and they're executing it. And as long as they continue to do that, this team is going to have a chance of beating anybody that they step on the field with. So it's a lot of fun to watch those guys, and I can't wait to see what they keep doing.
The defense is what keeps this team in the games. I love watching them. They're so exciting to watch when they're on the field. Now, you have a bye week. Coach McDermott said you can always learn from wins, learn from losses. So what can the Bills learn from this game?
Well, I think the number one thing is they want to get healthy. With a lot of guys going down like they have, this is a perfect opportunity for these guys to try and get healthy. But you can see there's things on film. Josh is obviously going to look at the turnovers, because with the defense that he has, he said it when he was talking, if he can limit the turnovers, they're going to give him a chance to win football games. So he's going to obviously look at stuff like that. The offense, they're going to look at different players that have been in the game and making plays for them. So they're going to look at key ways to keep getting those guys plays. So there's a lot of things that you can look at. Defense, they want to be better. They want to continue to get turnovers. So they'll go in and look at things like that as well.
Frank Gore is effective in this game. You have a new wide receiver in Duke Williams being effective in this game. John Brown continues to make his mark on this team with 75 yards off of 5 catches. What impressed you most about the weapons that Josh Allen was able to use today?
I think that's just it, using them all. They do a tremendous job getting each one of those guys involved in the game. And as long as they continue to do that and guys continue to step up, it's going to be hard to beat this team. And I know that, they gotten off to a great start. They're 4-1 going into a bye. That's something to be excited about. And hopefully they just continue to keep building on, the success that they've had.
4-1 going into the bye week. It's time to get healthy. It's time to keep preparing for what's ahead. For a full version of this show, highlights, analysis, more post-game sound, make sure you tune into MSG at 11:30 for Bills Tonight, presented by ECNC.